Brodie Brazil with Drew Remenda to recap Game 5 on the Sharks season. A 3-0 final score. The Pittsburgh Penguins are victorious here at the Tank. Drew, I'm having a hard time processing tonight's game. On one hand, more like a 2-0 game. Usually if you hold your opponent to 2 or fewer, good chance to win. Although if you don't score, you can't win.
Right.
How do you take view of the effort tonight versus the result?
That's how I do it.
It's a good breakdown.
Yeah, that's exactly how I'm feeling right now, because last night, I don't even know what team that was last night.
Right.
This is a team that was in the first game pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
They were very, very good tonight. They played quick. They competed, and we talked about the difference between competing and working, and there's a big difference. They were strong on the puck. They tracked back. They were connected, and they were carrying. They were all the C's that Ryan Warsofsky talks about, but they didn't find the back of the net.
Yeah.
Now, one of the reasons they didn't find the back of the net is because in the first 2 periods, Tristan Jarry saw everything.
Goaltending both ways was outstanding.
Was really good.
Yeah.
But also Tristan Jarry saw everything.
Yeah.
The Sharks weren't getting to the net.
Yeah.
They were told between the second and third that you got to get to
Traffic.
the net. Get to the net, and they were able to do that. But Tristan Jarry was very, very good. I think there's a couple of times that the Sharks passed up opportunities to shoot, which you know me, drives me crazy. I'm a big shot volume guy. Shoot, crash the net, shoot some more. But again, and I hate doing this as far as going, but you know what? They played good.
Right. Because you can only do that so much.
Exactly.
Right.
The fans know. You guys know. Crying out loud. It's winning and losing. It's the National Hockey League. But at the same time, you can't condemn a team.
Right.
Because then they turn you off. If you're Ryan Warsofsky right now, last night was easy.
Right.
You have a meeting this morning and you go after them, and they're accepting that. They know that's coming. Tonight, or tomorrow, or Monday,
whenever they break it
down, they'll look at that and go, okay.
It's more closer to what we wanted.
Right, exactly.
Right.
But there are still some details missing in their game.
Nedeljkovic going up against his former team. Now, when a coach does that, puts the goalie against his old team, some of that could be strategy. He's seen a lot of them shoot at practice. He knows them, and honestly, Ned was very good to start this game. How do you think this went for him tonight? It was a bit personal. I know it didn't go his way. And look at the Crosby goal. How do you stop that?
It's Sidney Crosby.
But I feel like for Ned, this had to be a bit personal.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
Tristan Jarry played terrific. So did Nedeljkovic.
Yeah.
And he only almost made the one mistake. Right. But overall, made some really good saves. And when that first period, when you look at that first period, most of the chances on both ends were grade A chances right in front of the net.
Yep.
So I think Alex can come away from this game thinking that was my best game.
Yep.
Because Carolina was Carolina.
Yeah.
And we all know we don't want to rehash Vegas.
Nope.
But that was his best game. Solid, gave the Sharks a chance to win.
It was only Michael Misa's second NHL game. Drew, he was
that close
to scoring a goal on a couple different occasions. And how do you see it for him? Because he's into the lineup, he's out of the lineup, there's not as much consistency or opportunity, and I get it. Maybe you don't want him on both sides of a back-to-back yet, but how do you see him already? Small sample size, 2 games.
I see his offensive instincts are very, very good. He goes to open ice really well. He supports the puck extremely well, and he's, I guess it kind of makes me smile watching young players. They don't have nerves.
Yeah.
What Mike Greer wanted from Michael Misa, because I asked Mike before his first game, what do you want from me? He goes, just go out and play. Don't try to not make mistakes. And he does that.
Yeah.
He just goes out and plays. Very smart instincts with the puck and without the puck near the net. And then, unfortunately, that would have been a beauty goal, too. That would be a heck of an effort. He looked good. I think they're kind of slow walking him like they slow walked Will Smith last year.
Right. 2 more things, and I'll try and keep them quick. To come here tonight and see Sidney Crosby score a goal, as much as you're rooting for the Sharks, we all are, that kind of feels almost like sentimental,
He's incredible. I mean, the guy, he still asks about Joe Thornton and Patty Marleau. Hey, you talk to him, you know how they're doing? Because he played with them.
They're probably in the building, in the Olympics and all that stuff. Yeah.
And so, he's got such a keen interest in all the other players in the game. And he knows, like, the talk between him and Macklin Celebrini at the World Championships was amazing.
Right.
Because he knows he is an influence on these young players. Most of these young players coming in now watch Sidney Crosby his whole career.
Right.
Yeah. And he's still doing what he was doing out there today. Yeah. He's still one of the best players in the world. It is sentimental. It is amazing. And I can't think of over all the years that the NHL has had a better ambassador than number 87 for Pittsburgh.
It's not going to be the same when he's no longer around. Okay, no wins yet for the Sharks this season. Tonight was a great opportunity. The road, literally, the actual road to New York doesn't get any easier. That's kind of frustrating right here, right now.
New York, the Islanders, the Rangers,
Devils,
and the Devils all won today.
And then the Wild, too.
And then the Wild, who are no slouch. They got this guy named Kaprizov.
I've heard of him. Big
contract. Not bad at all. I'm going to ask him for a loan when I get there. When you look at the way that this has to go on the road, you can, but it never happens. You can blueprint this game and say, this is how you have to play. So the key with the Sharks, what Ryan Warsofsky talked about today, folks, before we went to when the game started, was talking about connection. Now, he talks about that a lot, and you saw it. Now, connection's an interesting one. The 4 C's that Ryan Warsofsky has, but connection being the key one. You want to be connected as in you want 5 guys over here, you want 5 guys in the neutral zone, you want 5 guys in the offensive zone. In other words, your forward's got to track back. In other words, your defensive got to jump up in the play, and you want to make sure everything is pushing towards the puck, either pressure or getting the puck and then going on the attack, skating off the puck to support. I thought they did a lot of that tonight. So they can take little details from it, but no game is the same, right? But the mindset of this is how they have to play should be getting to them, because they've now shown you against Vegas and against Pittsburgh.
Yep. And against Anaheim, too. They played well enough probably to win that game.
In that third period, they lost their structure. And so, but then they've had the 2 games where it was, oof.
Yeah, right.
So they know the difference now.
Right.
But now it's very interesting, I think, for the coaches, Brodie. How do you approach next game?
Right. Go hard or pump them up a little bit. Right.
Like, do you talk about wins and losses?
Right.
I think these guys they're professionals.
Right.
You have to.
Right.
You have to talk about, we need to win a hockey game.
Yep.
And the Sharks have not won in October for, 3.5 yeyears now?
Yeah. It's not good starts, typically, for this team the last couple of years. Jerry, I can't wait to see what suits you pack on this road trip. Be safe.
2 new ones, as a matter of fact. You should see the tie selection. Oh, wow. Hey, I'll tell you something. Wait a minute. Here, okay. You see this? You see this?
It's not done. It's not done.
We're not done.
Good dimple. Good dimple.
The
tie bar thing?
The tie bar.
What is that?
The pin collar.
I don't have that.
So my wife says to me last night as I show her this, and I put the combination together, I said, what do you think? And she goes, I like that. And she goes, that's a Henrik shirt. Like Henrik Lundqvist, right? On
Hank.
TNT.
Okay.
And so I looked at her and I said, honey, that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Called you Hank.
No. She said the shirt. She went, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the shirt.
Right.
That's love after 42 years, folks. That's love.